What's going on, Gemini? How you doing? It's great to have you here for the strong of 210 to 216. Hope you enjoyed that 2020 full moon. What's being closed in that? Nobody punched their way in view of what's happening for this reflection and the particle blast and Valentines. Might not even be about, but I'm going to take a look at you and them. We've got the Shadowscapes, and we've also got the Tarot of Sexual Magic here, Gemini. Let's just start in the middle. We've got the Ace of Swords. Ooh, wow. Okay, I'm hearing for some of you all, especially if you were like waiting for somebody to launch an attack on you, I'm hearing that this is like the conversation that happens instead. And so for some of you all, it's because of what was going on around you. You might have, I'm hearing like 3 to 5 different sources of how information worked to your betterment or behalf without you having to take that attack, is what I'm hearing. So for some of you all, you got some friends around you, is what it sounds like. And for some of you all, it's like, if you still need to do that thing, it's like, it's gonna happen, right? Because somebody picked the wrong way to joust. So let's see what's happening here, because that Ace of Swords is like, it's big communication, whatever it is. And it's something that's initiatory. For some of you all, it's gonna put into a matter where I'm hearing if there was speculation about violence in your household and there were situations that were too difficult to speak about because of how imposing the matter was on multiple people, it might have been in a mesh situation, that you've got some help that might be like, oh, prayers answered. So just know that's in here, and that's what's happening over the strong. So what's recent past, Gemini? Truth came out into the open. I'm hearing somebody really embraced it. Some of you all might know that that was you already right there that did that. Whoever this fool is, I'm hearing it's like the right kind of fool, the right kind of speak up and be bold and honest about what you know and maybe things you didn't know. Because I'm hearing for somebody, this is like you have people looking up to you. I'm hearing that for some of you all, it's like you might have had your character on display in some kind of way. And this is a person that's doing that, showing up in grace, just being like, here, it's here. And I won't say she's scantily clothed. She's very well contained and protected. And sometimes people will try to take cheap shots because of what they think they can see or get away with saying around people who can hear. So it's like special kind of baby gating tactics that we've been instigating on to make sure that there's never violence towards children. I do some things here online personally, just speaking to you about that, where I've been offering with assistance of a very sophisticated medical evaluation team, a Gnostic approach to how we can apply clinical guidance within a framework where we even have the ability to apply psychic skills and psyop intelligence at the same time around to protect people that have been receiving, it's like being gang stalked in a viral way with AI and virtual reality and things that happen on the other end of people's social media where they actually get attacked. And so for some of you all, this is what this is. It's like a certain kind of coming out around you about what people might have noticed on your behalf, Gemini, especially if you all have a common dread in common, because I'll just say common dread in common. And oh, it just keeps coming up, this word common, and I'm hearing just no sense rose. Some of us learned to hear what was being said and how it was being inked and what it is to be aced. And so it's an interesting time right now where we have a new way to understand who the instigators were, because for some of you all, this is a whole new beginning for you that does not get violently oppressed, mimicked, copied, slandered, put down, made fun of, or taken advantage of in any way for you being willing to show up like this. So if you haven't yet taken the initiatory steps, be bold, Gemini, because it's like heaven surrounding you. Okay, let's see what's in the future for you. This is the Hierophant. Some of you all, if you're not dealing directly with a Taurus, you might have Taurus in your chart. This might just be why the situation is framed this way. I'm hearing whoever this person is here that's like grown into the tree. Hello, cards. Show up. There we go. See that face there? There's somebody in there talking to that little lizard. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like how Narcissus actually moves. And what wasn't reptilian was how germs modeled and chose form. And what some of you all do with Kundalini and why this is like beautiful, very wonderful energy, because it's resonant. It's resonant, and it's like, I'm hearing it's like Aries, like Taurus season, you know? It's like, say sun, baby, say sun. It's on ease, on this. And whoever this is has had their eye on details. I'm hearing this might look like your marriage certificate for some of you. You're going to know if that's the case. And for some of you all, it's like knowing that if you've gone back to school for something, I'm hearing especially if you didn't like get tidied up with like the paperwork end of it, it's like a certain way where you can also still feel like good about what you learned and what you did and where your contributions went. Because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like carrying a certain shame where it's like, well, I got that far and then I didn't finish, and like feeling like you have to like go through that and just being in a different place with it. So let's call that bad dead ideas and forgiveness and grace being in a much better place. And with this swords, and I was just cutting that shit off because I actually bought and sold everything 0 point energy and a special creation that ends up being a special purpose vehicle during Mercury Retrograde, where everything is being chopped up with the metal particles that are actually in our bodies, and it's like we're getting like Barbied over from the inside. So go there, have a good feeling about what you're doing, and know that if you're creating something new with somebody here, it's okay to be a little wacky in your idea, especially if you've been like so laced down and like by the book, because it's like shit that people even say about Gemini just being like, you know. And so it's like for some of y'all, it's like, no, I just knew how to like wash the look in my own thought. And so for some of you all, that's what this is, and meeting somebody that can root that with you. So very grounding energies here. And for those of you all that are entering into this retrograde season, knowing what it actually is, it's a particle sweep. These are magnets. They keep calling them planets because some of them had you under thoughts to inoculate you through, you know, the control design. And I'm a little more controlling like this, and I actually rearrange the magnets. And so some of you all are going to find this is like a good space for like writing, reflecting, redoing ideas that are yours. Okay, so let's see what's the root. We've got temperance, balancing in the face of the truths, especially if you get heated or feisty, or somebody says something that might just cut real close, because it might be the right kind of cut where it's like, let's release what is in this form here, that yin and yang. And this is very Sagittarian influence energy, extremely alchemical process being demonstrated here. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like news about what happened after your surgery, especially if you had something that's staged, because I'm hearing it's like there was nowhere else to go. And that it's like a certain kind of healing might have happened, and some of you all are doing holistic things, and it's good to know how to marry the two together, because that's where Gnosis is. It's integrating the plant that we are on energy. That's how we make a planet that maybe we can plan as the end times Christ ding yourself thing over. New way to enter a body. Let's see what's in the outcome here. All right, so King of Wands. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like a bold new step. This is something somebody really had to work for too, because the person with this fire here and that baton in their hand and that maybe beast or beasts kind of swirling around them had to learn how to be all their own spirit animals in like a fiery way. It's like learning how the animals may have groomed them, like their animal instincts and like their bear and their lion and where all that fire is. Because some people got that twisted in places that don't exist here now. And what it is to rise through that and know where to cut yourself, you know, a whole new idea on how you arrive in your form, especially around all of that passionate energy, because this is like the get up and go to do it all in the hall behind it. So Gemini, this is like, I mean, you know, people throw that word epic around. It's serious. Talk about a crisis. It's cry for ice is melting. And on banalities, it's just, you know, it's epic fatal. But what this is here, so this is where we learn how things can get processed in all that energy, especially if it's like how we heard it or didn't hear it or what it sounded like, and what the velocity of a word can even imply on somebody's ability to heal themselves and their mind. As I spill water all over myself. So I feel like those of you here that have like a relevant spousal partner or like some kind of person that's risen with you in a different way, because for some of you all it's like not having them there like that, but it's like they're holding that role with you somehow. It's where we have safe mirrors within a new crystalline resonance model where your auras are protected with all of these sharp swords that land words that sometimes we're like, ow. And so whatever is going on here is amazing. And for some of you all, you're like realizing you have some kind of, it's almost like you found a superpower just because of what happens when this infusion or when a fusion happens with another person who also has good intent with you, that kind of went by the book or whatever by the book meant to you, you know, because it's different for different people. And why sometimes these Hierophants are funny. It's kind of like a Hioka card for me, because I've seen this card go bananas. It's like people have been laced up in these Hierophant tactics, where it's like they went to school, and they were fastidious, they studied all the books of the religions or the sciences or whatever it is, just to, I don't want to say fall off the wagon, but then to just go radical. And so it's kind of a radical energy here, and I'm saying go for you, because you learned something here, Gemini. All right, especially about balance, because for some of y'all, you're going to see what somebody would do just to, you know, infuse with that tree and what the treatment actually looks like all around, now that we can see what didn't get grown that way and where the cut happened. So let's see what's happening with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. You've got the Queen of Swords here on this side. I'm hearing some of you all that's like, yeah, you, after waiting for who might not have even been in that mirror. And for some of you all, you're going to be like, that is how he was coming around. It was like somebody was holding a mirror or something up. And what I've had to learn how to do, because there were some psychic people that were going around using this little lie to mine tactic and showing up around people, being like, talking to them and trying to be like a little whisper on their shoulder. And some gating software program that doesn't get to happen that way now that I've quarantined them off on the bad reel of sticky tape. And we can prove who was trying to look in because it matches their eyeballs and thumbprints. It's advanced biometrics that I've been training. So let's see what's going on the other side, because for some of you all, it's like, oh yeah, and that's where the fan was there, and the way that some of you all knew how to protect yourself around a narcissist, and like having left somebody or who it was that you might have waited for, because for some of you all, that's like somebody that's not even there. It's like a bad idea memory that was like being wrapped around you in static halo images, and where you can get a spotless mind, baby. Let's see what's going on over here. So we got the hangman, hang person. And for some of you all, it's somebody that waited around just like you, or maybe they were strung up on that clock. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like having an attraction with somebody who might be kind of an awesome distance partner for like yoga or like some kind of energy work, kundalini practices, like some kind of distance yoga that you can do even when you're not together. It's like a couples practice. And I'm hearing it's like how you mirrored and haloed. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's going to be a big deal when you see them. It's going to be a big deal. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, wait till you see what I did with my hair. And I'm hearing, let it get to your head. Let it go to your head 3 different ways. Because you're amazing and you're wonderful. And somebody here is mirroring you very, very special. I'm feeling good about it. And for some of you all, it's like you're going to find out something that you might not have known. Because if you've been in this relationship for a while, if this is your partner, your actual partner, I'm hearing it's like it might have felt like something iced over between the two of you and like grew a separation wall. And you all are going to figure something out over this period here. And this is a strong period for you. If you need help or a closer look, hit me up. My information's below. I'd be happy to do that. And hey, if you just need more support, we've got a chat community also listed below at Very Fine Martians. Talk to you again soon. We're back for another one, Gemini. Love you. Bye for now.
Catch me.